Hi, my name is Aaron Alvidrez. I'm a wildlife biologist for the 56th Range Management Office at Luke Air Force Base. We are out here on the Cabeza Prieta National Wildlife Refuge working with our federal and state partners to conduct our annual Sonoran Pronghorn capture and release operation. So for today's operation, we've got the BMGR West, the Marine Corps, Luke Air Force Base, folks from the Bureau of Land Management. We've got U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service personnel. We've got the National Park Service folks out here, and we've got Arizona Game and Fish Department. During the Sonoran Pronghorn capture and release operation, safety is paramount. We put our utmost goal of safety in mind with humans as well as the animals. We try to enter as quickly as possible. Once we have the animals captured in the net and in the stretcher, we immediately blindfold them to reduce the stress level and begin with vaccinations, fecal samples, and blood samples. So occasionally, we get a little bit of blood on us, from the blood work that's being taken from the veterinarians, but everything is done very professionally with little stress as possible on the animal. This operation is very exciting given where we were back in 2002 when there was an estimated 21 remaining individuals in Arizona. And with the partnership of all the organizations and all the agencies, we are now over 200 within the endangered distribution in Southwest Arizona. So this is a really exciting time to see where we were, where we're at, and where we're going with recovery of Sonoran Pronghorn. The semi-captive breeding facility is located on the Cabeza Prieta National Wildlife Refuge, which is a 1 square mile pen. And within the pen, there are 3 circular enclosures that we refer to as bomas, and those are the trap sites where we handle and process the pronghorn. The majority of the pronghorn that we process are returned back into the pen for breeding. This year we've identified 5 target bucks to be loaded into a trailer to be released into the wild population to help boost the wild population. We gather together early in the morning while the temperatures are very cool to avoid elevated temperatures, because with Sonoran Pronghorn, we're trying to avoid capture myopathy, and that basically means the stress levels cause overheating and can cause mortality. So that's what we're trying to do. So each year during our Sonoran Pronghorn capture and release operation, each person has a very important and unique role. It could be everything from working on the stretchers to move the animals in and out. It could be someone working the net to capture the animals. And it could be someone who's called a mugger or a wallflower who's in the trap actually handling the animals. So it's very important that we all work together as quietly and as efficiently as possible to help keep the animals safe and humans safe and reduce the stress level on the animals within the pen and during the operation. The purpose of the wallflowers is for them to enter the trap, or the boma as we call it, to prevent animals from jumping up inside that trap. So what we don't want is any kind of injury associated with animals jumping up on the wall inside the trap and landing and breaking their leg or causing some type of injury. So the wallflower individuals kind of surround the exterior to kind of create a buffer to prevent animals from jumping. Folks on the net are entering the trap or the boma as fast as possible and closing off that space so the muggers can handle them and lift them off the ground and start processing them in the stretchers. Yeah. Once the animals are secured in the stretchers, the veterinarian team enters the trap and starts administering vaccinations. They'll collect blood samples, fecal samples. They'll outfit each animal with a radio and GPS collar, as well as outfit them with a unique number and color ear tag to help ID that individual. If we start experiencing elevated temperatures from the animals, we immediately pour cold water on them to help reduce the body temperatures. Anything over 104 degrees typically is concerning. So we have folks with water and we just wet the whole body to reduce the body temperature. And if need be, we have saline to administer an IV to help cool the body's overall body temperature. So during this operation, we target the release animals, getting a radio GPS collar on them, an ear tag, all the proper vaccinations, and into the trailer for transport. All the other animals, whether it's the adult females, the yearlings, the fawns, go back into the pen. Each pen, half of the pen, requires an adult buck as a breeder, and the adult females go back into the pen for breeding stock. All the fawns and yearlings stay in the pen for another year to promote growth versus getting them out into the wild at a young age. So we try to keep all the youngsters in the pen just to get older and stronger. All these released animals that are out into the wild population are ultimately working towards recovery. So we need a certain number of animals in certain portions of the region to reach downlisting status and delisting status. So that's the purpose of this goal, with capturing animals within the captive breeding facility and releasing them in other portions of the range. And that's a criteria that we're working towards to reach recovery of the Sonoran pronghorn. So there's multiple components with the Sonoran Pronghorn program, multiple agencies involved. Our ultimate goal is recovery. Our focus is downlisting and eventually delisting the species. As a wildlife biologist for the 56 Range Management Office, our priority is mission. We support the military training mission on the Goldwater Range. Part of that is allowing training to occur in the target areas on our tactical ranges, but at the same time closing targets when we identify pronghorn within a certain proximity of each target. And that protocol has been happening for many years, where that target or targets are closed for the entire day, and the Air Force is proud to not have any type of mortality due to military training of all the years we've been training on the Goldwater Range. I think this will be my 18th year of supporting the pronghorn capture and release operation. It brings me a lot of joy to work with all of our partners in working towards recovery. There's a lot of biologists and staff that are very passionate about this species and working towards recovery. And it's just amazing to see everybody's efforts, everybody's cooperation, the teamwork involved to help towards recovery of the species. So it's something I'm really proud of, being the representative on the Pronghorn Recovery Team, working with my colleagues. It's very satisfying to see where we were and where we're at, and the future looks bright for Sonoran Pronghorn.
Blindfold.
Ready?
1,